Mnangagwa has actually called his party supporters to shun what he described as side shows. He says, be wary of side shows, promote politics of economic development. Now we know it is without doubt that when he speaks of side shows, he is referring to what has been happening in ZANU-PF. Where Blessed Geza, as well as also retired General Chiwenga, have taken Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa head on. Well, he discusses, he regards that as side shows and telling his supporters to be wary of these side shows and concentrate on economic development. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So I will read from what has been published from today's Herald, that is the state propaganda machinery. It says the ZANU-PF membership and the Zimbabweans at large should be wary of side shows, misinformation, falsehood peddled by detractors bent on detracting the party and nation from the core objective of realizing Vision 2030, President Mnangagwa said. So I think I have explained long time ago that when Mnangagwa is speaking of Vision 2030, he is speaking of his term extension up to 2030. So when he is speaking of detractors, definitely he is speaking against those opposed to his extension of 2030 term. He hasn't developed balls to actually speak that with boldness and confidence, because he knows it very, very well that he is politically experimenting. So it goes on to say that in his closing remarks at the National Consultative Assembly held at the ruling party's headquarters in Harare yesterday, the ZANU-PF First Secretary said going into the new year, it was vital that the ruling party's membership and leadership promoted the politics of economic development. We thank the party's membership should never, we the party's membership should never let our guard down, but remain alert, vigilant and focused on organizing and mobilizing more people to join our colossal revolutionary party ZANU-PF. He said, let us be wary of side shows, misinformation and falsehood peddled by detractors bent on distracting our party from our core objective of realizing Vision 2030. So I have said it numerous times that what he speak about when he speak about Vision 2030. We are united and we will forever remain united. I think someone can edit and say in his own dreams. He went on to say, going into the year ahead, it is critically important that we promote the politics of economic development, especially amongst our youths, as we build, modernize, and industrialize our country. Hatiti nyope kana zino taka munyika yegwetu. I don't know what was he saying. Someone will help me, hopefully, in the comment section. ZANU-PF's party constitution and ideology, coupled with discipline, patriotism, loyalty, said the president, remained paramount. So, opposing Vision 2030 in the books of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is interpreted as disloyalty. Now it goes on to say, in our mobilization activities, these values should never be sacrificed on the altar of expedience. Those who join ZANU-PF must accept who we are, our constitution, ideology, values, aims, and objectives. Why this time around Emerson Mnangagwa was emphatically putting emphasis on the Constitution. Caption this: there is a resolution 2030 and Chiwenga is opposed to it. To Mnangagwa, he would say this resolution 2030, this is what ZANU-PF members says. This is what the Constitution says we should actually derive the resolutions. The resolutions should come from the party members, and we should implement the resolution, not the other way around. This is what he would be advancing. This is what he is actually advancing when he says, those who join ZANU-PF must accept who we are, our constitution, ideology, values, aims, and he would simply say, the idea for my term to be extended comes from the people. And this is how the Constitution says we should get ideas of how to move going into the future. So anyone who stands against that stands against the will of the people. That is how this gentleman in his bedroom cascaded to the Politburo and other structures of ZANU-PF would actually explain this. But the question is, at this stage, will the other faction allow this? He goes on to say, equally, every member has duties and responsibilities clearly stipulated in our constitution, which must be adhered to at all times. You see, equally. You know, there has been a notion that has been pushed by the members of the Mnangagwa faction, especially following retired General Chiwenga reading the dossier. It is said that the Minister of State Security, Matuke, tried to respond to retired General Chiwenga accusing Blessed Geza, and Chiwenga had to remind him about what transpired during the coup, how he protected Emerson Mnangagwa, and asked him the questions where he was during the liberation struggle. That is when individuals like Douglas Mahia came to say, even if you fought war, we are equal. There is nobody who should project himself as better than the other. So this is the word that is used by Mnangagwa. Equally, every member has duties and responsibilities clearly stipulated in our constitution, which must be adhered to at all times. Now, it goes on to say, we are a procedural party with a rich liberation history and strong organizational structure upon which we are obliged to build the party. You're getting how he is now coming. That solid foundation must not be tempered with. He is actually now supporting what I have said. If you have been following me, he is supporting what I have said, how he will seek to justify his 2030 term extension. President Mnangagwa said it was equally important that the correct party line, hear this, and line of revolution are taught to the younger members of the party. Together, let us advance, defend, and promote the interest of our party, community at the grassroots level, and our nation as a whole. Our revolutionary wartime song, Nzira Zema Soja, provides a timeless moral compass around which party decorum and discipline should be modeled. Among the rank and file of the party, the president said, ZANU-PF shall forever remain a people's party, from the people and for the people. You see what I told you. Tiri musangano weruzhinji rweZimbabwe. Isu tiri hove vanhu imvura. Hatisiyani nevanhu venyika yekwetu. You getting the sense? If you have been following me, what I said from the beginning, it's like I knew what I was going to read. By the way, I opened this story before reading all of it. It says, ngatirambe tichivaunza kuti ZANU-PF yakasimba, ZANU-PF inzo iri kufamba. The president said comprehensive feedback from communities was also critical in ensuring that no one and no place is left behind. You remember me talking about the activities that are done by individuals such as Kudawashe Takurai. They are going to be referred to as community feedback. Grassroots communities, including families and the diaspora community who will be visiting during the festive season, he said, should be updated on progress being made at both party and government levels. This is how we must cement our unbreakable bond between the people and their party, ZANU-PF, he said. Tisaneta kudzidzisana kuti nyika inovakwa, inotongwa, inonamatirwa nevene vayo, ilizwe lakhiwa libuswe likulekelwe ngabanikazi balo. I don't know why this idiot was actually breaking this word likulekelwe. I don't know, likulekelwe. President Mnangagwa also commended the NCA and party at large for the invaluable support they have rendered him, the party and his government. I count on this unity, solidarity, and unity of purpose as we all continue wholeheartedly serve our motherland. Zimbabwe said, let us not grow weary in doing good for the benefit of our communities and our nation. The Zimbabwe of the future depends on us, just as we are building on from the work of those who fought for our independence, freedom, peace, and sovereignty. We keep marching forward. He then argued party members and the general public to exercise caution during the festive season. It's a whole lot, but I think what I wanted to derive, I have indeed derived, and this article explained it all, if you have been following it from the onset up to now. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Ogancube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side.